Okay, we are down at the barn today, getting a late start because I had to do some horse stuff this morning. So, the concrete is cured enough we can start building. So, first thing I'm gonna do is sweep this up. I don't know how that dirt got in there. Must have flooded or something. I don't know. But anyway, pop my wall lines on here, lay out where I want my walls, and start building, framing the walls so that I can get the temporary supports out of the way. And while I'm doing that, Bryce is going to work on the outside trim and structure. So I'm going to get the tools unloaded and get started. Okay, so we've got the form board strips. I'm going to start with building this tack room so that I can tie the aisleway wall into the corner. And right now I'm about to start tap conning, which is these blue concrete screws, the base plate down to the concrete, so that, and I'm not sure this is, the right drill bit for this type of drill. We'll try to make it centered the best we can and show you how that's done in just a second when I get this situated.
So I ended up having a lot of problems with the tap cons. Some people have said I didn't get the hole cleaned out enough, but I did ream the hole out several times that we didn't get on camera and tried to get it clean, but they just would not go all the way down and get tight. So I ended up using an old trick that my grandpa had showed me. But also, we are using a jack to lift the ceiling up a little bit before we put each wall stud in. So there is a lot of pressure from the hayloft on this wall. So this wall is not going to go anywhere. And we do get it secured down with 16 penny nails that you'll see in just a second.
Okay, the tap cons have been unsuccessful. We cannot get them to go in. We follow the directions. We have the right size hole. We've cleaned it out. We've done everything. So what I'm doing instead is an old carpenter's trick. Take a little piece of metal. This little wire is off of a pin flag that you would use for marking a construction site. I got a bunch of those. Shove it down in the hole. Put your 16 penny nail in. And it cannot be pulled out. It is just as strong as we need it to be for this project. It'll last. Here, I'll put one in over here and show you on this little board that I can't pull it out afterwards. So you'll know it's good.
So it doesn't have to be a pin flag. Any type of bendy metal, soft metal will work. And what happens is the piece of metal deforms and smushes against the nail, and it creates a really tight wedged in bond inside the concrete hole, and you can't pull it out. You can also do that with like I've used plastic like weed eater string, stuff like that, but soft metal like tie wire works the best. I think the reason the tap cons weren't working is I bought pretty long ones so they'd go in a long ways, and they just kept snapping off the heads with the impacts. Once again, I probably was doing something wrong, probably not getting the hole cleaned out enough. There's too much concrete dust down in it, but it is what it is, and we adjusted and made the best of the situation, and it's going to work for a horse barn.
Figures trying to show the camera and it doesn't drive straight. Now this one, I'll probably just have to bend it over because that trick works so well you can't pull them once they're in. So it's going to hold, and I don't think I can straighten it enough to drive it. I'll try to pull it out.
I lost it. Oh, we got it.
So let's try again. I wonder if I can get that. pull that up with a semi-truck. So it's good enough. It's not how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to use tap cons, but they don't want to cooperate. So this is how it's going to get done.
What we didn't show, you can see the bottle jack right there. We lift the top board up just a little bit to be able to wedge the wall stud in so that it is structurally holding up the hayloft above. That also helps keep the wall in place because of the pressure that will be there.
Bryce is out here putting trim on the corners and the doors of the barn, while me and Dad have been in there building the stall walls.
Pretty darn close. Close enough to just go with it for a horse barn. That's what we'll do.
Sometimes it doesn't feel like I'm making much progress, so a good time lapse helps to show how much work there really is in each step and each phase of construction. It also makes me feel good when we watch it back in time lapse. I wish I could work that speed. Working with this white oak has been actually pretty enjoyable. The nails drive really good because it is still green, but you need to note that it will shrink a lot.
Okay, we've got the tack room wall up. It's starting to look like something. We need to finish this other wall. Got to thinking it'd be nice to get this up. I could put a door in it with a lock, and then we could leave the tools down here because we've been packing the tools. Takes a lot of time to get to and from here. But yeah, I'll show you what it looks like on the inside. It gets a little dark in here, but looking pretty good. Oh yeah, there'll be electric in here. So now I wanted to get this done first because it's important that walls stop and fall on joists. So I'm going to bring that other wall and start it here and run it down that aisle all the way down and build that one next and put the doors in it for the stalls. And that way this one was already sided when we started.
So how's it going?
Oh, not too bad for all things considered.
What are you doing now?
I need to load my nail gun.
What are you building?
Becca's Dream Barn. What are we gonna name this place? The Oliver Foundation? The Becca's Barn? What are we gonna name it, Becca?
I don't know. Not Becca's barn or nothing.
The Becca Barn? Where'd my hammer go?
Unless you guys,
Oh, it's in my left side pouch.
unless when we move away, you want to have a barn in my name or you whatever, in honor of me. Pretty awesome, I guess. I probably should have a barn in honor of me.
Okay, that's close enough. Okay, come back to this one.
In a minute.
They're doing right next to that post that's already in too. Yep.
Okay, I think we're getting close to finishing up for the day. Or JR's gonna try to finish the wall up all the way down and then be done. JR! I knew you were faking it as you did it, but I still had a reaction. That was such a... That was not funny.
There was literally nothing we could do. I just wanna quit. That wasn't funny.
Day's over.
That wasn't funny. You literally cut your thumb off before while we've been working. You do something like that.
Becca's
It's
mad.
not funny.
So,
You'd have literally been stuck there, or I'd had to cut your thumb off.
the tack room's done. They're gonna try and finish this wall all the way down. So we'll pick it up in the next video that you guys see the rest, or that you see this side once they start working on that.
Okay, so we're back at the barn today. The kids are going to do a cleanup on the inside of the stalls and the floors in here. I don't know if you guys have seen yet or not, but we have all the interior aisleway stall walls done, doorways in, and I bought this horse panels yesterday. They're going to be the windows for the stalls. So they're 60 inches tall, which is too tall, so I'm cutting them in half to save, and it'll be 30 inches of window. So I've got these little bolt cutters. That might be a chore to use, but I'm going to get started cutting these in half and sizing them to the windows, hanging them. Then we'll put the siding up to help hold them down, or the 1x oak for the stall walls. Okay, so we got the first window cut and decided where we're going to put it. We want it pretty high up so that horses don't rear up and strike it or push on it or use their rumps to push it out on the mesh. We just want their heads to be able to see out, and we want a place where we can put fans if we ever need it. So I'm securing it first with staples, and how I do that, I grab them with the fencing pliers, put them kind of at an angle. Hard stuff. And then I'll just go one at a time all the way down through here so that it pushes it out flat. And then we will overlap the siding board by half a run of one of these or so on top and on bottom to secure it. And then on the inside, I'll probably cut strips and nail, put a board in between that and toenail it into these joists and sandwich it between when we're done. Final stages anyway, so it's working so far. I like the looks of it. I think it's going to be a good deal. This stall here is its internal wall will be right here, so it only has this much of a wall to get a window in. So there's less window than that stall. So just to maximize it, I cut this board and I'm gonna just put this wall stud in just only for the purpose of having more window for whatever horse gets this stall. A little bit more work, but it'll maximize the window, because also I don't want the windows going all the way to the edge so that I can have boards encasing it. So I didn't take the window all the way down here either because of this overlap here. So I'll have solid boards coming up here and then across the top, so solid boards across the bottom, and it'll trim out the window on both sides. Not equally, but it'll look better that way, I think, and it'll be better for the horses. So that's what we're doing.
So this is a few weeks later, but we did get this part of the barn done. We have the walls of the hallway to the stalls up. We also got a door on the tack room, real sturdy door. We're going to be insulating the inside of the tack room, so we wanted a good door for that. We need to still yet do the interior walls of the stalls and get doors up. But we're pretty happy with what we have done so far. We're excited to see the stalls completely finished. If you're enjoying our videos here at Homestead Choremanship, we sure would appreciate it if you would subscribe to the channel and help us grow. Thank you so much. God bless.